Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Anchor Name, and today we've got a giant batch of stories. OpenAI's shockingly large cloud deal, Apple's iPhone 17 reveal, plus major moves in chips, space regulation, and cybersecurity. Stick around, we'll break down what it means for you, investors, and the tech landscape. First up, a deal that rewrites the cloud playbook. Big headline. OpenAI confirmed a multi-year cloud pact with Oracle reportedly worth roughly $300 billion over about 5 years. The deal covers huge compute capacity and data center builds, and Oracle says it ballooned its forward-looking backlog. For OpenAI, this moves it beyond a single major cloud partner and locks in massive private capacity for model training and serving. For Oracle, it's a bet on billion-dollar scale capex that could pay off or strain the company's balance sheet. Expect ripples across GPU suppliers, data center builders, and regulators watching compute concentration. Next up, Apple's hardware refresh, more devices, more on-device AI, and a new iPhone Air. Apple's September event delivered the iPhone 17 lineup, standard and Pro models, plus a new, thin iPhone Air. The phones run on Apple's A19 and A19 Pro silicon, add a dedicated non-networking coprocessor, camera upgrades on Pro models, and a new memory integrity enforcement feature aimed at boosting memory safety. Apple is leaning hard into on-device security and AI acceleration, which could raise the bar for privacy and app experiences. We'll test whether MIE actually blocks advanced spyware or just makes exploitation harder. Coming up, an update on AI regulation and antitrust pressures shaping the space. Lawmakers and regulators held a high-profile hearing today focused on AI oversight, pushing for clearer rules around model safety, data use, and compute concentration. Officials signaled possible new reporting requirements for large model training runs and tougher audit standards for high-risk systems. Companies said they're open to guidance but warned rules must avoid strangling innovation. Watch for near-term policy papers that could impact cloud purchasing and compliance costs. Next, we'll shift back to the supply side. What recent chip earnings reveal about compute availability. Chipmakers reported earnings showing continued demand for high-performance GPUs, though supply constraints and lead times persist. Companies are ramping capacity and negotiating long-term supply deals with cloud firms and AI labs. The upshot: higher prices for top-tier accelerators and a scramble among enterprises to secure allocations. This dynamic will influence who gets access to the fastest training cycles. Next story, a successful reusable rocket launch that clears a major mission milestone. Spaceflight news. A major reusable rocket completed a mission milestone with a safe recovery and a payload delivered to orbit, showcasing rapid turnaround capability. The company highlighted improved engine reliability and reduced refurbishment time, lowering per-launch costs. This is a positive signal for satellite operators, national space programs, and future commercial crew missions. Up next, a new EU digital markets ruling that could reshape app stores and platform rules. Regulatory update. The EU issued a new ruling under its digital markets framework that tightens obligations on large platforms around App Store rules, sideloading, and default settings. The ruling forces clearer pathways for competing payment systems and reduces anti-steering restrictions for developers. The move could open up more choice for consumers and developers, but platform operators warn about fragmentation and security trade-offs. Next, we'll look at Samsung's foldable refresh and what Galaxy AI features are coming to phones. Samsung unveiled a refresh to its foldable phone line that integrates new Galaxy AI capabilities for on-device photo editing, predictive text, and multitasking. The new hinge and thinner foldable glass improve durability and pocketability. Samsung is pushing foldables from novelty toward mainstream, and the AI features aim to make multitasking genuinely useful on flexible screens. Coming up, a major credential breach impacting a large supplier and what that means for corporate security. Security alert. A major credential breach at a widely used supplier exposed employee passwords and API keys, prompting emergency rotations and service interruptions across dozens of customers. Incident responders warn that lateral movement and supply chain compromise remain top threats. Companies are accelerating zero-trust rollouts, secrets management, and multi-factor enforcement in response. If you manage corporate access, now is the time to audit secrets and rotate keys. Next, Google's generative model update and what it adds for search and assistant experiences. Google pushed a significant generative model release that boosts multimodal understanding and tightens safety guardrails. The update focuses on better image-to-text capabilities and faster on-device inference for mobile apps. Google emphasized improvements in hallucination reduction and more transparent provenance for generated content, important steps as generative features expand into search and productivity tools. Next, we'll close with a fast roundup of an AI chip startup raising a huge funding round. In funding news, an AI chip startup closed a large financing round to accelerate production of specialized accelerators for inference workloads. Investors cited tight GPU supply and power efficiency demands as drivers for new architectures. If the startup can scale manufacturing, it could offer an alternative to dominant accelerators and ease pressure on cloud pricing. That wraps our 10 stories. One more quick note coming in the outro. That's it for today. Huge infrastructure deals, new phones, big regulatory moves, space milestones, and more. If you found this useful, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our deep dives. Tell us which story you want a full breakdown of in the comments. I'll pick one for a follow-up. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.